one very important area is winning new clients. And that's something that you will start on basically, or started on a couple of months ago now for the DACH market. So what levers do you personally or will you personally use to get to know potential clients?
So, well, basically there are several levers that you can use. So the first one, of course, I mean, I've been in this business for a while, so I have a certain number of connections, networks that I can leverage. Now, networks are great, but jobs don't come just because you know somebody. Jobs come when people actually need something. So they decide the timing and the requirement. But it's a bit like, I don't know, the fisherman keeping the angle out there. And when the fish is ready to bite, it will bite. You know, I don't know if it's the best analogy, but you don't control when there is a need, you know, of the client. But that it gives you a network to work with. They already trust you. They now need to learn to trust this new organization you're representing. So you then need to come in small, meaning you have to try and prove yourself. Not everybody will immediately say, well, I trust you so much, no matter where you work, you know, here's the big job. So you need to establish yourself, especially when you go into a market you haven't served with this company so far.
Yeah, may I ask? Like, I understand the notion of tapping into your existing network, and you've been in the consulting world for a long time, so that you have a lot of contacts. But what do you do in practice? Like you change jobs? Do you send out an email and say, hey, by the way, I'm at a new company, we are able to do X, Y, Z. Are you up for like a short chat just to see where you're up right now? Or how do you do it?
Well, in general, most of my contacts I know, you know, more closely. So I generally try and arrange for a meeting, mostly lunches, dinners, meetings in their offices, and just chatting and explaining what I did, who we are, and what we're doing, so that is one of the things. The other one is, yes, as you said, the email going around. Here is happy to chat. Let's meet. The other one, yeah, I mean, those are really the two main areas to leverage a network. Is I know for some clients of mine that I've been working with for a long time, I know their needs, so I can be more specific and say, you know, I know you have a need in this area. We have experience in this, so we can help you with this new firm as well. And we're particularly well positioned for XYZ. So that is one of the ways. That's the if you want the generating the network kind of thing. The second one is, of course, I'm joining a company that has been in existence, and they have a network, and the partners in there have a network, and they have worked for companies. But we bring new competencies. We bring new experience in new markets. So I give you an example without naming the company. A well-known German supermarket chain that we've been working with in France, in their French implementations as a company for a long time. Now we have people that can also speak German and know the German market, so maybe we can now help them in their home country where they're actually from. We have, in some ways, we have a large industry expertise in certain areas, like, for example, telecom, where we're really one of the prime consulting firms European-wide, if not globally, in that area. So it's a matter of the relationships are there, but so far we were not able to serve those clients locally because we didn't have the people that spoke the language, knew the culture to serve these companies in the German-speaking areas. So that is then the next one, leveraging this. The other one is
sorry to I always am curious about specifics, so let me ask a follow-up question here. Because I understand that your partner colleagues, they have let's stay with France, they worked in France, they have the decision makers and the champions in France, but I mean it's the same company, but it's different champions and different decision makers in the DACH market, for example.
Yep.
How did you bridge this gap between the people that you served in France, for example, to the people that you want to get in touch with? How did they do it in practice?
Well, it's basically very simple. I mean, you talk to your contact in France and you say, can you introduce me to your counterpart in Germany? It's very
Doesn't
simple.
have to be complicated. No, I still
It's
wanted
not
to ask.
complicated. It's a simple business, you know. It's a people business. It's a people business. You have to trust the people. You have to get to know the people. And if somebody refers you, and that brings me to the other lever I was going to mention, is we work a lot with senior advisors. I don't know if everybody on that will be watching this is familiar with this concept, but basically in general, we have two types of experts, if you want, that we work with. One is senior advisors, which is more on the business development side, but not only. So these are people that are generally very senior in their organizations and are retired, but don't want to be retired. So they work with us to introduce us to their old employers, to their contacts. They have, if you were a CEO in a large Fortune 500 company, you will know a lot of other CEOs in Fortune 500 companies. So they can open doors. They can act as experts on the job, as subject matter experts. They can even be staffed on those jobs, but they're basically, in essence, helping us to be introduced by a trusted person to clients. The second type of senior advisors are people that are in between jobs. So very senior people that have quit their first job, are waiting for the next one, their past job, waiting for the next one, and don't want to take whatever comes along, but will only want to take the right job. And in the meantime, don't want to sit around twiddling thumbs. And so they are they have a double multiplying effect, because first of all, they can help open doors while they are waiting for their next job. And secondly, they can be great sponsors once they're in their new job for you to come in and help in that company. So that is another level that we utilize. And therefore, what we concentrate on also at the beginning in new markets is building this senior advisor network.